If you're not intentionally launching your listings, you're missing a major opportunity to turn one listing into 2 or 3 pieces of business. I'll give you the exact things you want to do next. If you get some value out of this, you like what you hear, make sure to subscribe to the channel, hit the bell for notifications, and if you want to schedule a call to talk about your business, you can click on the link in the comments to schedule a time to chat. So what we know is that most agents, they launch their listings like this. They put them on the MLS. It's a big surprise. Hey, here's the listing. There's no advance notice. People don't know the home's coming to the market, and there's no ramp up or plan as to what happens afterwards. Most agents have that 3-point plan where they put a sign up, they put it on the internet, and they wait for something to happen. That's called playing defense, not playing offense. So every market, every MLS is going to have different rules and regulations you've got to follow when launching a listing. So step one here is make sure you know exactly what your MLS rules and regulations say. That's first and foremost. Then from there, you want to have a plan that's going to be specific and detailed that you can communicate to potential sellers, because this is a major point of difference. We've all seen the home where the photos aren't all ready. It gets listed on a Tuesday, and then all of a sudden it's sold Wednesday, and most buyers don't even get out to look at it because there's no plan there, and that ends up costing the seller money, and that's something you want to clearly educate potential clients about. So with that, to me, there's 4 additional things besides knowing the rules and regulations in your MLS, in your market, in your state about what to do. And the first is you want to have a clear plan with dates that you can explain in a very simple manner that anyone can understand. We're going to do this on this date. Here's the date the photographer and the videographer comes out. Before that, we're going to get our staging and home prep team in to help you with everything. We're going to go on the MLS this date. Here's when open houses are going to be. Here's all the marketing and ramp up that we do before we start showings when it's in a coming soon status, because we're allowed to do that with the Bright MLS in the greater Philadelphia area. Here's exactly how it's going to go. And let the seller know that, because that's going to give them clarity. Trust is built because of clarity and knowing what's going to happen next, and most agents don't explain this stuff. So if you can't clearly explain it, you can't clearly show the value of why that's going to benefit the seller, you're missing an opportunity there where another agent could come in and beat you and get the listing. So that's number one. Number two, we talked about ramp up and pre-marketing. You've got to have an exact plan about what pre-marketing looks like. So as an example here, for coming soon listings, which we have the ability to list in the Bright MLS, we have a whole list of things that we do that involves agent-to-agent marketing, email marketing, social media targeted ads. We have everything spelled out, and it's very clear. And it shows the seller all the different things we're doing to get more buyers in their home, to get them a better price and better terms. If you can't explain that and have bullet points, examples, case studies, you're missing an opportunity when it comes to signing more listings. Number 3, what's your leverage and open house plan? Every home should have an open house the first weekend if you have the ability to do it. You're going to get the most people in. The neighbors, a.k.a. potential sellers, are going to come in and want to check out the property. And if you don't think neighbors are looking at you and treating that open house as a potential job interview for how you show up, how you put up the signs, the prep work, the marketing, everything else, you're not thinking big enough. In today's climate, you should always be ready for a job interview. People are watching and evaluating you when you don't even know it. So if you're not showing up on time, putting up enough signs, doing the pre-marketing for an open house, there might be other neighbors thinking about selling in the neighborhood saying, well, this guy or gal doesn't take things seriously. I'm not using them. So that's a really key thing you want to understand, because open houses get you leverage. You get to meet potential buyers. You get to meet neighbors that might be thinking about transacting. And then your leverage plan should also involve circle dialing or door knocking the neighborhood, because if you don't let the neighbors know about the listing first, that's a missed opportunity when it comes to marketing. So that should be point number 3. And number 4, explaining exactly who's going to do what, because that can get the seller confused. They don't want to have someone coming in, they don't know who they are. Telling a potential seller, Nick from our team is going to be coming in on Monday or a Wednesday before we launch to take photos and videos. Here's the date. Let's schedule a time. That's pretty powerful because that delivers certainty. Karen from our home prep team is going to be here on this date. She's going to confirm the date with you now, and that's going to happen in this range. That creates certainty. Valerie from our marketing department is going to be working with you on getting the description together, making sure the brochure's on point. That delivers certainty. All of these things showcase a couple of things. One, you've done this before and you have a plan. Remember, failing to plan is planning to fail. So you're not going to get that leverage opportunity here. Number two, it makes you look like a professional, right? They're going to look at you a lot differently when you come in and are organized and say, this is what works. Here's what we're going to do. And number three, it's going to eliminate those calls and concerns from sellers after you sign them complaining they don't like what's going on. And when you have a team, when you have multiple people doing this stuff, and you clearly communicate it up front, not only are you going to get more business, we walk through the opportunities there, it's going to allow you to spend your time on income-producing activities, your highest and best use, rather than managing all this listing launch. So getting in the right environment, when you have sellers like this, you can go get another seller, go find another listing, go close another sale, which is what every agent should be focusing on. That's how to launch a listing. If you're not doing it this way, watch this video 3 times, take some notes, develop your own plan, and do yourself a favor and actually implement it.